Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.
If you missed it a few minutes ago, we were talking about a holiday dish my grandma always made, and I couldn't think of the damn name of this vegetable because I think it's more like a turnip or I don't know what it is, but it's called rutabaga. And
I was close.
It's really good.
What did I say it was?
Rhubarb. You said rhubarb.
I knew it was
something. And they make
like
pie
that.
out of rhubarb.
Right.
They probably make a lot of stuff out of rhubarb, but rutabaga I'd never had before until 20 years ago, and which sounds like a long time ago, but hell, I was 30? No, 20? No, maybe it was only 10, 15 years ago. It doesn't matter. But anyways, it's some kind of vegetable, and you have to cook the hell out of it.
Is it spelled like ROOT?
No, it's RUT.
Rutabaga. Rutabaga.
Yeah, maybe it's German. I don't know. So people were writing in parsnip, himika.
I'm not eating that, dude.
No. Well, does it look like
it doesn't surprise me.
beet?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me you like it because it looks like a beet.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste anything like a beet. It's not red. It's white. Some butter, salt, and pepper. It's really good.
Dude.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
Dude, potassium in this thing.
That's good.
33% of your daily value in one serving of a rutabaga.
Rutabaga dish. Let's see here. I want to see if I can get a picture. Oh yeah, it looks kind of like mashed potatoes when it's done. People will put like a little parsley or a little.
Does it taste? Does it taste like mashed potatoes? Because it looks like. I mean, really, it looks kind of like a potato.
Yeah, but it's a little grainier. I don't know. It's
it's not like mashed potatoes are fine, right? Like the coarseness
very
of it is
fine.
super
Yes,
fine.
yes.
So this is more coarse,
more texture.
I might be able to get on board
texture
with that because I like grits. I do like grits. And
I think you would really like it. Yeah, you just salt, pepper, and butter it, and it's whatever you add to it kind of makes it take its own flavor. It doesn't have a real strong flavor on its own, but every time I've had it, it's been mashed. It hasn't been cubed. I'm gonna have to get more rutabaga and play with it. But yeah, whatever you kind of add to it, it kind of takes that form. And so garlic mashed potatoes, but use garlic mashed rutabaga, and it's pretty good.
Don't tell people you're playing with your rutabaga.
Sour cream. Get out of here. Quit playing with your rutabaga.
You'll get arrested.
Yeah, so that's what it was. Parsnip. I've heard of a parsnip. Is a parsnip you have something in a salad?
Dude, I don't know. I'm looking at the most popular bacon cheeseburgers by fast food restaurants ranked right now.
Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, let's switch gears here. After you eat some rutabaga, you can go eat a double cheeseburger. I'm telling you right now, I think you turned me on to the Sonic. Just the double cheeseburger that you get. God, it is good. It is so good.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if I've had outside of In-N-Out, I don't know if I've had a better double cheeseburger.
No, because
the Sonic one is huge, by the way.
It's big, yeah, that's the thing.
It's heavy.
Is it like $2 or something like that? $1.99 or something like that?
Oh, I always buy it in the meal and get the tater tots because I love tater tots. But I get a small because literally you're so full when you're done eating.
I don't understand why more restaurants. I mean, what's the cost of preparing tater tots versus preparing fries? I mean, is it that much more to prepare tater tots? Because I feel like you could charge so much more for tater tots than you can.
No,
for
it's
fries.
not preparing it. It's what you pay for the company that you buy from. All right. So I have a friend. We have lots of friends that have restaurants, but and he was telling me like the crinkle cut fries are the cheapest French fries that a restaurant can buy.
Wow.
Yes. So when you get cheap crinkle cut fries,
Jaybirds.
I wish you would have never told me this because as soon as I get crinkle cut fries served to me, I'm like, oh, this place is garbage. They don't care.
Man.
They just buy whatever's cheap.
That's crazy to think that because like Jaybirds, I think crinkle cut fries rank up there as one of the top 3 fries. I like the waffle cut fries from the Chick-fil-A. I like the curly fries from pretty much
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box, Arby's, wherever has curly fries, they're pretty good.
Those are really good.
And then crinkle cut fries from usually ma and pa type drive-ins.
Okay.
Like Orchid Burger. Like crinkle cut fries from Orchid Burger, so good.
I went to I like the Burger King. I don't know. 10, 15 years ago, changed their fries to thicker fries. I like that. My favorite fry is the steak fry, Red Robin. Those are the I wish everybody had those.
Yeah,
the worst fries are the shoestring
ratio.
Fries.
The ratio is terrible.
The shoestring fries, they come out, they're like straws. They're like crispy straws.
I like shoestring fries.
Ugh.
You need
ice cold.
You need fries to be crispy.
Do you remember when we were a kid, we'd go to the fair and they would have these spiral cut fries?
Yeah,
and they were kind of like shoestring. They were a little thicker, and they'd come out like in these big spirals.
And they put a kebab through them, right? They put like this big long toothpick through them, and then at the Santa Cruz Boardwalk, they're amazing because at the Santa Cruz Boardwalk they have all these different flavors you could sprinkle on them. You just do it yourself. You know, you take like a shaker, like you're going to get the flavors at the movie theater, and shake it on your popcorn. You do that with the thing. It's a little expensive for what it is because it's a tiny potato just spiraled, and it's like, okay, that'll be $8 because we're sticking a toothpick through it and we're allowing you to put your own salt on it. Well, okay, that's a little bit much, but it is tasty.
In this day and age, though, where everybody's trying to cut the carbs, maybe you go to Rutabaga fries. Mike's his proctologist recommended it for him, high in fiber. Thank you, Mike.
I don't know if that's the truth because when I was looking up those facts just a second ago, is 33 grams for a serving.
Mike's a 60-40. 60% of the time he's lying.
Yeah.
And that might be 70-30.
Okay, so coming up, the best fast food cheeseburger, according to an online source that is very clickbaity.
Yeah. Everybody's going to say In-N-Out.
I will tell you this right now.
Is In-N-Out not number one?
3 of the 5, it's not even on the top 5. 3 of the 5, or no, I'm sorry, 4 of the 5, you should be able to buy on the Central Coast.
Unfortunately, Joel Quiros, I'm not sure how you say it, but wasn't able to get it done and save Jeremy's season.
No.
He only got the
expert panel
Chiefs.
took a dump this week. The only one that didn't get, I think, ransacked. Well, wait, did he have the Chiefs?
Well, he totally picked with you, so you went 1 and 2.
How'd I go 1 and 2? I did not.
Oh, I have written down here. You picked Arizona, Tennessee, and you went 0 and 3.
Yeah, Patrick,
you didn't pick
myself, and Joel. You effectively went 0 and 3. The only one that got a win was Leslie, and she's so smart because apparently this is a team of destiny, the Kansas City Chiefs. I can't believe what happened last night. That is ridiculous, okay? I mean, for it to hit the upright, and then everybody's like, yeah, no, they went through. Like the Chargers.
Okay, so a lot going on yesterday. I'll get to San Francisco, and now their 4th-string running game.
God.
I can't believe how devastated they are.
Dude,
but back
get
to
a
this
trainer.
Game,
that trainer should be fired today.
Oh my God! They should all should be fired. Everybody should be gone. This is ridiculous.
Whoever the trainer is for the running backs, he's as soft as San Francisco is a town. Okay, yeah. Get those guys trained up. And this dates back. Okay, this dates back to the days of Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert and all those guys that used to those guys are playing for the Miami Dolphins and not getting hurt. And their advanced age. This is clearly a San Francisco 49ers problem. You got young guys in there now, and the young guys get beat to hell. Teach them how to run correctly. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't think there's a way to teach somebody how to run, but I think there is because other teams teach guys how to fall. They teach, no. Listen, there are running backs that go a complete season. Look at Saquon Barkley. That guy is probably going to break Eric Dickerson's single season.
Yeah, but he had issues in the past.
Yes, he has. And that's when he was with the Giants. Whoever the Eagles trainer is, you say, listen, Philadelphia is a dump. So is San Francisco, but there's areas surrounding San Francisco that are nice. Come on out here. Santa Clara is one of them. Come on out here and train our running backs not to hurt themselves. God, it's amazing to me. How can you go through running backs like that in a year? What?
Something else.
Israel Abanaconda had to think, okay, yes, I'm going to get a chance. Now he's probably next man up after getting cut from the Jets. And he's like, do I want to possibly in my career. And they play on Thursday night. So
yeah.
Isaac Guerrero is not going to be playing on Thursday. It's going to be Patrick Taylor, and is on a short week of practice, and he just joined the team last week. Israel Abanaconda. It's amazing. Which he was good. He was good in college.
I think it's amazing you can pronounce his name so confidently and well. You must have practiced that.
That's
in the
because when he was a prospect last year, I almost drafted him, and at the end of the draft, and my team name was going to be my Abanaconda Don't Want None.
I am done with the 49ers defense. They cost me my fantasy football season. I was able to beat you yesterday, but not able to move forward.
No. You're forgetting one wild card.
Oh, the 50 points that Jamar Chase is going to score tonight? I don't think so. I don't think
45.
so.
He needs 45.
I don't think so.
Didn't he hang 58 on you earlier this year in a similar matchup where it was going to be just a track meet?
Was it 58? Was it?
Yeah. 58.
Okay. Well, good luck.
I'm just saying, I know the odds are long.
But the 49ers defense on the first game of the season allowed a garbage time touchdown because they were up by 2 and a field goal. So they're up, and so they allow this, and I end up losing by a half a point to the guy who is going to make it into the postseason, and I am not. And I'm not happy about it.
Who's going to make it in the postseason?
Well, I'm just Sam.
Sam's not. Oh, you mean in the consolation? Oh, you're not even. You're not even going to make the consolation bracket. Well, no, Sam had some stuff go his way. Sam had some stuff go his way, like big time, like Ken Walker being called out. I mean, like all that stuff. I mean, like when he started Zach Charbonnet every single week this year. He got very, very lucky. In our fantasy football league, kickers can score as much or more so than most quarterbacks in any given week. In any given week, and this is kickers. This is somebody you're taking at the end, and you're just it's basically taking.
This is the spin zone.
It's taking your whole lineup that you've curated all week, and then taking the roulette ball and throwing it into the wheel and spinning the wheel and being like, all right, I'm going with Will Lutz this week, and he's going to get me 24 points. And it happens, and you're like, all right, I won my week because of Will Lutz. Not because of Saquon Barkley, not because of Joe Burrow. You won your week because of Will Lutz.
All right, let's see. The kicker for the Raiders scored 7 points in our league yesterday.
Yeah, so.
All right, let's go to the next game. Well, I just think you're embellishing. It's ridiculous.
This is the kicker. You're talking about a bye week, by the way.
The kicker for the Chargers scored 5 points. Koo for the Falcons scored 7 points. Like this is just every once in a while you get a kicker, you've been burned by a kicker and you're mad.
Okay, if you're going to
Bates scored 11. Boswell scored 11. There's nobody scoring 20 points.
I'm not burned by a kicker, but
it's very rare.
Other people in our league have been burned by kickers. And
McManus scored 7 points. Sanders did score 16.
I want a matchup this year based on starting Will Lutz. That was the difference in the matchup. And I'm not proposing that you get rid of kickers. What I'm proposing is you either nerf their value because they're way too valuable in our league. In our league, if they kick a field goal over 50 yards, which is pretty easy to do nowadays, I guess, in the National Football League, especially early on in the season when weather's not a factor. If you kick a field goal over 50 yards, it's worth 5 points. 5 points. I'm just saying you cut that in half. You either cut all kickers' values in half. They score an extra point, it's 0.5. It's they score a field goal, it's 1.5. If they score it from 40 to 49, I think it's 4 points in our league. Then it's 2, and then it's 2.5 if you do that. Because then
you're losing me, and nobody cares.
No, or we keep the kicker values the same, add an extra flex, and then you can opt to start a kicker or build up a good roster and start an extra person in that flex.
I kind of like that because, you may have a kicker, you maybe go like I had McPherson for the Bengals, and he's a great kicker. And some weeks he would put up, he was. Just like everybody else on my team this year. Yeah. Everybody's like pretty much career's over.
When your team
injured.
when your team gets hurt and your kicker goes on IR, then it's time to pack it in.
Anyways. All right, that's not a bad idea because you could have a kicker going up, like, wow, this could be a really big game for him. And other weeks you're like, oh, you know what? I'd rather try to put in an RB2 or something like that to try.
Right, exactly. Or another wide receiver. You need upside.
Or a third wide receiver.
You need upside. You're like, okay,
sure.
Listen, all the kickers are playing on horrible offenses because you know the equation for a kicker. The equation for a kicker is indoors, favorite by more than 5. And the kicker's going to do good. That's the equation for the kicker. It's very easy to figure out to score those points. I know you're like coming in on this conversation as we were having it during Tom Petty, but we're sitting here kind of Monday morning quarterbacking our fantasy football league. And I think
Jeff just comes out and says he's going to make 3 rule changes without even putting it to a vote to the league. I'm more interested
I'm the
to
commissioner.
see how that goes.
I'm the commissioner. The other,
yeah, you're a commissioner, not a dictator.
The other rule change is
I believe in the NFL, the commissioner can't just do what he wants. He still has to put it up to a vote among owners. Correct?
That's fine. These votes will go through. The other one is I take a look at Brian and I see that he puts up a good amount of points, but he also got horrible schedule. So the top 7 teams each week are going to get a win. So if you score this in the top 7 points, even though you lose, you get a win, and then you get a win for winning your matchup. Okay, so there will
that would be nice.
Instead of a season of 14, you'll have 28. You could go 28-0. You could if you build the perfect lineup, but you could go 28-0. So that's the second one. The third one, I could see it maybe not getting approved, but after week 10. If anybody in your lineup is inactive and they get started, you'll automatically slot in the best projected person that's on your bench if it applies, if you can, because that way guys that are out of contention won't tank like Brian did earlier this year.
Gotcha. I can tell you're getting bored. You have to switch things up a little bit.
Well, I'm sick of this stupid league where kickers are like literally the way kickers. They're not drafted until
if
until
a
like
kicker
the 10th
won
round.
my league, won a game for me, I would be so happy.
Right,
I love kickers.
But there's no strategy at that point. It doesn't matter. You're basically walking up there with a $20 bill to that dumb wheel that you walk into the casino. You're walking into the $20 bill. You're like, I'm gonna put it on 20, see what happens, and then 20 strikes, and you're like, Yahoo!
So you're telling me you didn't actually try to draft a good kicker this year?
I don't think I drafted
for McManus.
I don't think I drafted a kicker.
Yeah, you just don't put any importance on it. Other people do.
Yeah.
And it's a strategy.
But why you have that week to week equation? Whoever's the favorite, you just try
but
to.
The problem is,
and then you
strategies
go
don't matter in fantasy football when not 80% of your team gets on IR by the end of the season.
But how nice would it be if you?
Why can't we have an IR spot?
Because it's a 14-team league. Because it's too, you would have guys hoarding guys. But you know what? After this next year, if this kicker thing moves to the flex, and you're looking at this now, and you could slot a kicker into the flex and keep a guy on IR, then that's a possibility. You got to see how it works out. We
got Scotty coming in with the news.
I'm building the perfect fantasy football league, and I know we got to get to cheeseburgers. So you want me to start with the burger that you can't get on the Central Coast? And I encourage this company to find a place, find a vacancy.
I don't care. Okay, what is it? What a burger?
Have you ever had it? Shake Shack.
No, I've heard of it.
They're the ones that mass produce the smash burger. They're the ones that like started the smash burger. It ranks number 2 as the best fast food bacon cheeseburger that you can get, Shake Shack, which means somebody that you can get on the Central Coast ranks as number 1. We'll see if you agree on that in just a moment. The rest are pretty much your regular, what you would expect. The McDonald's bacon quarter pounder cheeseburger comes in number 5. And I know how you feel about McDonald's bacon. I know. Bacon is a very important part.
McDonald's is a unique thing because I like their food, their burgers, but they just taste so different that I'm really not interested I would never consider that a good fast food burger, especially bacon.
Right.
Okay.
Like the
Number
bacon.
5.
Number 4.
This list is losing credibility.
Right. No. And I think you're gonna see that this list, the only one that might be credible, is the
If
one.
Burger King's
is the
on
one
there,
that
I'm
you
going to
can't
say
get.
it. Forget it.
Number 4, Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. More lettuce than bacon on that thing, for sure.
Okay. I don't really go to Wendy's much. So.
Just, I mean, it's fine. I mean, whatever. The Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, like you're not gonna come at me with Baconator when it comes to Wendy's. Like Wendy's does Baconator, where they put a lot of bacon on the burger. Now, granted, it's fast food bacon. Fast food bacon just doesn't cut it, man. You need a good, crispy, chunky piece of bacon. This is where restaurants win. Restaurants, sit-down establishments win because they use...
And now what you're paying for fast food, you might as well just go to a restaurant.
Exactly. Number 3, bacon cheeseburger at Burger King. Number 3. Same thing. Bacon's like, me.
Yeah.
Shake Shack. Now, Shake Shack's bacon, I've not had a bacon cheeseburger at Shake Shack. I've only had just a regular burger. But they're, looking at the picture, kind of the same bacon based on what they have at Wendy's and Burger King and McDonald's. Number 2. Number 1. I've never had this there either. And I don't go there because I think it's so overpriced. And the ratios are way off. Too much
Five
burger.
Guys.
Too much burger, not enough bun. The burger to bun ratio is not good. The bun is just buns are important buns and bacon are important to bacon cheeseburgers.
What are you talking about?
Five Guys.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
little
Five
bacon.
Guys.
They're little bacon cheeseburger, not the big bacon.
Oh, I just went there and got a burger once. I think it had bacon on it. You're right. It was really good. And then, but the thing is, they just dumped a thing of fries on top of in my bag. I'm like, I ordered a
That's part of the
small
charm.
fry or medium fry, and I'm like, holy cow, this is like more fries than I've ever gotten anywhere.
Here's the
But
problem
maybe
with-
that's why it was. I think it was almost $20.
Here's the problem with places that dump fries into the bag is we talk about ratios as being important in food, like having the right balance of flavors in anything that you're going to meld. Well, here's the problem with fries is if you put it in a little container, whether it be that envelope that they sit in or that little cup thing that they sit in, whatever. They have to have air. I get that to keep them crispy because otherwise they get soggy. So you have to do something. But by just dumping them into a bag, it makes them cold immediately. Like you can't eat them fast enough and still have them all be hot because you've dispersed any heat that they're going to get coming off of each other. That's why, like, I like Habit's burgers. I love Habit's burgers, but Habit gives you fries the same way In-N-Out does. And this is what I don't like about In-N-Out's fries. They put it in a boat. Well, the boat has too much surface to air.
Yeah, no, there's a reason they created that sleeve.
You need to have the sleeve. This is why whenever somebody says, oh, In-N-Out's got the best fries in the world because they're freshly cut. Yeah, but they're freezing ass cold by the time you get to them, especially if you eat burger first. So you have to attack the French fries first to make sure that they're warm. It's too much. It's like figure it out. The other places have it figured out. You should be able to figure it out too. We don't need a lot of fries. We just want them to be hot.
Yes, I literally have gone back around when I've got my I'll reach in, I'll grab a fry, and I will literally circle around, go through a drive-through
Dude, they
again.
have
If the
to be
fries
hot.
are not hot, I mean, if you could tell they've been sitting there, I'm like, no, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing. No, I don't eat fries that often, and when I want them hot. And you know what? Every time I've done it, it's.
The other night I went
more than happy to replace them.
It was later on in the evening, like they were getting probably close to closing. It was like 8:15 or so. I had a late dinner the other night, Habit. And when I ordered my combo, they said, "Fries okay with that?" Fries okay with that means you're trying to push inventory on me. And I didn't know what to say. I was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine. I was going to get them anyways." But then they came and they were freezing cold, and I was like, "Oh, that's why you're pushing the fries." Fries okay with that? You didn't want to stop down and make me some onion rings or get some new sweet potato fries. You're trying to push the inventory so you could close for the evening. Oh, sweet potato fries are great.
I'm not a fan. A lot of people are, though. All right, it's time to get ready for the 12 days of Christmas.
Mike says we sound like old ladies complaining about our fries.
No, he says, what is this? No, I said that to him. I says, what is this, building a hamburger 101? That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
I said, you're starting to sound like a cranky old lady.
Okay.
Just shut your mouth and move on.
These are the important things in life, okay?
Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 01111 911.